to go through.
That is indeed a big game over in
خليته.
Group B, Alex. We said it's a three-man group now. Those matches, you're not going to get them back. So always difficult to be the man that has to stay on after the first game played, but that puts him in a very, very commanding position in that group. If he can hold on to that result over there, that would be 4 points on the group.
Right.
The next nearest having 1.
And virtually qualifying. No, at the end of the day, it's important to win your matches, but even more when you're at a group of 3. At the end of the day, it's all about you. No, it's all about to find the feeling and it doesn't mind if you find it sooner or later, but please find it on time. No, so.
It's the worst feeling when you get home from a big competition.
Oh, we got a goal.
As I'm speaking, there is an equaliser in that match, so hold the phone, literally, because they're playing on mobile. But it's the worst feeling when you and you feel like you haven't given your all. You feel like you left some of the gameplay on the table. A big tournament such as this, the biggest on the eFootball calendar, Konami's World Championships.
برجولية ما تسفر لك
That was a blur.
ولا تعمل فكرة تبع فيه ما لقيتش أركح مليه ما عادش مش عاود يلعب المروكي عليه ريتورن
maybe they don't know to handle it. I was talking with the
مش خطي يخسر
coming out to Japan to get closer to the time zone here in Tokyo in case of have the less impact of the huge change coming up from your home to Tokyo. But at the end of the day, it's difficult for everyone. Yeah, let's see. I mean, still passion coming up, still emotion. People at home, you're not gonna miss it today, please.
Well, we are still waiting the kick-off of that match on stage. Of course, it will be Huda versus Lima. Neither man has a point to their name so far. That's a big one. We're keeping an eye out the corner of our eye on the other match currently being played. And it is still 1-1 between those two over there. Of course, a big game that we'll be able to digest a little bit later on. But Anas versus Ding, 1-1, 85th minute there.
I don't know, because
just keep an eye on our reactions while we're talking away.
I mean, mentally, I don't know, because Ding, all right, first game versus Anas 1-1, still one more game pending. So what? Maybe that draw. It's good enough to him, but Anas has to go all over for it. I won't recommend to keep like that, to not to go for the win, because that means you will depend on the last score to go through or not. So that's not the ideal scenario for him.
Indeed, we can't take our eyes off it, Alex, because of course it is such a big thing to that group of 3 over there in Group B. But we have to remember what's happening in Group A that we're about to witness. Of course, Huda and Lima ready to take on each other. A loss here, we're looking potentially at your World Finals for this year. All the effort that's been going into it from, of course, all the way back in November, the first round of the first club event finals. 6-7-8 months worth of work just down there.
When we think about all that these players have sacrificed to get into the World Finals, that many thousands of hours spent through a lot of eFootball games, through a lot of qualifiers from each club event, through the
بشترك ولين البرجولين مريول اعتقد يتحفونا حسيت زين مريول كذاوي حس
احنا صاحبي الشهر الجاي تشوف ترينينج جديد نتاعنا.
Well, thank you for your patience. I can confirm a full-time result over in that other group between Ding and Anas, aka A-N-10-T-N.
تملونكم خايبة.
For now, our attention's here in Group A. Match number 2.
مرة بدي برجولية خفيفة برشا. اسمعني ديما هكا خلي. ترى عمل
ستريم لما يبدأ من 3:30 أو 5:30.
نتفرج على فكرة نتفرج من ستريم روان. مركا
still on fire. Again, game 2.
There we go. I still
ريت
no Huda
اسمعني
versus Lima just yet. We have to
حل
wait a
ستريم
little
تاع
bit
الجو
more
فهمت
for that.
ستريم
نتفرج
That other game going
نتفرج
on.
من الستريم تاعك انت والله خفيفة على
It's big.
الاخر
It's big for the
تحفونة
implications of the group
نجم
because of
تتفرج.
course the two that we just saw, they're both at the top of this group with 3 points each.
Right. And then it's an important match. Another victory secures you a spot in
And
the
the
finals this year including, which is open the door for more people to get into the day 2. So yeah, we'll see. Let's see. I mean, this round 2 any group stage will be massive, decisive for the chances of every player. And I will get a look and some analyze during the match of details on what to use one player rather than the other. For you guys at home, no, because the good thing of the Dream Team squad players are using that is really similar to the ones that you are using on the online ladders with your favorites.
That was Daiki we saw just score a goal off the screen there. Leads in the battle at the top of Group A against GA. Of course, we will keep an eye on that out the corner of our eyes, but we want to thank you for your patience. We are still waiting for the featured match. Mobile to get underway. 30 years of eFootball, Alex. It seems so, like you said, it's gone by so quickly. What this is, if I'm not mistaken, Lima versus Huda, and well,
to the post, the reaction from Huda.
Chance of us seeing, but it's actually 1-0 to Lima as we join it. So Huda on the ropes here in Group A.
Yeah, definitely. When we saw before Daiki performing so well with AC Milan, is now Huda having a hard time to find the solution or Loftus-Cheek. Look at that line of 4 attacking from Huda, accumulating those players running up high up the pitch to try to overcome the defense of Lima. Now it's the ideal scenario, no, Harry? Scoring the goal, taking the lead. Now trying to survive to this strong pressure that Huda now is putting in over him.
He's on the ball here with Musa.
Fermin Lopez, nice.
Couldn't get around him that time around. And now, I can see Lima, who's already scored 1 in this match, try and come forward. Ferran Torres. Royale is there to recover. Thankfully.
Nice fake shot. Ideal scenario to perform it. Huda looking for that run. Oh, look, found in.
بالله بونتو من المرسى بتاع دي قلك الحيمة باللي برا صح عمل لك ديزاين يظل حاط اسمه حاط تصويرته بالديزاين خسارة فيه والله بالاخر جي واحد درب زي كيك يا والله وين تعب روحي انا ساعتين ديزاين فهمت كيفاش نبطها على الفيسبوك بالاخر فاز كوبارسي هبط يشري في الباكيت.
Well done, running up forward with a Loftus-Cheek, confusing a little bit to which player to follow by Lima, finding inside the main Rafael Leao player of the week card, which is simply insane.
والله يا شيخ تلعب التليفون اقسم بالله
even score 1-1.
والله يدينا والله يا مهدي اقسم بالله
لك الموبايل رامي فيها شيء ما تلقاش دبل تاتش لكن
which player still alive in chances to qualify Harry to the next round.
بالله تفرج
He's clicking now in that clear from Huda that could cause a goal. No, another misclick of timings of Lima. Rather than control, he push it too early. And sometimes you need to calm down, take your time to control, turn around, and then
ناخذ لك
kick the ball.
حل الستريم اوفيسيال هكا انت تبع انا اخلي الستريم تاعي محلول على جنب انا تبع
ديري ستريم تاعك اسمعني تهنينا عليه تاخذ نخرج خليه موقف نرجع لذوق.
Lima, we saw Lima really confident with those through passing to Ferran Torres. No, try to approach in that high speed that Ferran has, but sometimes he's not giving that time into Ferran to start the disruptive movement to get some advantage. Such a strong defender. He's not being accurate as usually, no. So at the end of the day, 1-2 chances left on this game. We'll see if someone finds a solution to get closer to get inside the box. Why not? Having a great chance. Liao.
Oh, yeah,
Huda.
yeah.
Liao.
Oh,
Back through.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
ايش الكرة الضيعة؟ اوه
باي.
Is that the chance?
اوه شو واحد يروتور اللايف.
Left in this game. Oh, it's
دي انا
just-
عملت جربت فيها راه.
He's dragged this.
لا ليه لايف اي فوتبول.
اعمل اسمعني برا اللوطة والبارامتر حط الفيتيس فوق التوجيك ومش
but at the end of the day, defining without finishing is not the best choice. Was a nice one for Huda. We saw on the screen he was like blaming a little bit how was that possible, but you know, still time to go, and one goal will change everything in the games that we are.
مش برشا فاضي.
ما هي مش تولي تجرب حتى مش متولي تولي
ليه لحظة.
دقيقة سيبون حط فوادير حط فوادير مش تقعد تزرب وحدها باش توقف وحدها.
اي نبعث اليان. كان كان تستي بيه نشوف اللايف امريكي ولا امر
Gavi for Lima. Gavi turning around. Janus Musa, the 2v1. Blocking the defense. Reach the header. Rafa Leao not able to connect with Loftus-Cheek. Musa is everywhere. This box-to-box car of AC Milan. Musa looking to Loftus-Cheek. Rafa Leao will be the last one of the match. Huda with a chance to get into. No.
المشكلة مزمر.
The referee says no, and the points are shared between Huda and Lima. What a game.
And look at the faces, Harry. No one can be happy with that score.
1-1 الحيمة برشلونة ماشي عرفت خسارة نيل ربح.
Not enough for this player with the needs of victory right after losing the first game. And now coming after the round 3 with just 1 point. I mean, it opened the door only for a win, and obviously waiting the rest of the group scores to decide if you go through or no.
Of course, that other game in the group still going on. It was, as I said, there was a goal. It went not to Daiki, but the other way. Of course, Gege coming back from behind. They're in stoppage time now. The full-time whistle has gone. Gege 6 points from 6. He tops this group so far.
And we can also say qualify for day 2 already now. Congratulations, Gege. What a performance. The Malaysian will be the first players so far getting into the next round. I mean, it's not easy. You know, eFootball mobile users know how fast are the mobile games. There is no much time to make those comebacks, and he made it on time against Daiki, who was amazing performance after the game 1, taking the lead in game 2. Well, it wasn't easy, but yeah, Gege today unstoppable so far for the moment.
So that actually, I think, sets us up really nicely, doesn't it, Alex? Just trying to do the mental gymnastics in my head. Of course, based on the fixtures we've seen so far, our final round of fixtures would be Huda versus Daiki, both of which kind of within touching distance of each other. If Huda wins that game, he would then leapfrog over Daiki. So it's a win and in type situation for Huda in the next match. Lima, of course, having to go up against Gege, who is on red-hot form in this group.
Yeah, still open for everyone in this group already. That's why that draw wasn't that bad at all, but obviously having the last match against Daiki and Gege is not the right scenario, if you want to go through. But anything can happen. I think this is time to emerge the quality of Lima and Huda in the last match of the day for them. In the other hand, they performed so well. Now that defeat against Gege put you in a position that you were closer to qualify, and now you're pending the last match. I mean, it's quite confusing the feeling that he could be having right now, not because it's but to be honest, being playing Huda in the last match, being aware how good Huda it is, it's tough, mentally, because you know the players know
يشوف لنا بلاصة
والله كلمته حتى اخويا حب
يقوي كل قال سيبون depending of in the attack defense
كلمني علي انا كي وقت
and I'm sure all of them know the quality of Huda, so let's see if Daiki has what it takes to overcome
انا
only
مش نعمل
Indonesia.
تكويرة
I think the most important thing that Daiki needs to realize, it's still within his hands. He controls his own destiny. Avoid defeat,
محلية
and
برجلية تكويرة
more than
عملية وكلها
likely you're
منزة
going to be in a decent spot
تكويرة
thanks
كيس
to the
كورنا
big
فكرة
differential he was able to
ريتك اللون
kind of
هذاك اللي
ramp
كان
up
معاي
in
لونترونور
his
فوكس هذاك
earlier game.
شد
Excuse me, no, I'm
كارديان
thinking of Gege, of course. Yeah, no, this is actually a really close group the more I think about it.
كورنا
It
فكرة
is
ذيك
just the gymnastics you have to do to get around. What is at
اللي فيه
stake
تيران الكبير
here in these groups? It's the level of competition
وين
we're
رومبوان كوين
seeing this year,
فوشان
Alex. It's the highest.
الفيولا
Yeah, also we are seeing how close are the games.
نجوم كلنا
To game by 2 goals at this level of the competition, so we need to start saying that Daiki has everything on their hands because a draw will put him automatically into the next round. So let's see, you know, it's important as well to take a look on what will happen on Gege versus Lima, but Daiki depends on themselves, which is the most important at this stage of the competition.
Absolutely, it is. Of course, we're still waiting to hear about Group B, which has been, you know, it's been a bit of a roundabout thing happening over there. We've had a player sadly unable to participate, which is just heartbreaking, qualifying all the way to the World Finals and then being unable to play. But it is an incredible situation happening here between Group A and Group B. So many spots still ready to be grabbed, but one thing we do know, Alex, we have
مش
our
يكون فما
first
فيها اوتيل
finalists.
مش يعملوها راهو
It
طول
is Gege from
ادوار
Malaysia.
اقصائيه
What
طول
a country!
مش
They
كيما
are
المره اللي فاتت
becoming a real force on
انا
eFootball
تخسر
mobile.
تروح
Yeah,
خاطر
I mean,
يحبوا يعملوها في
I
نهار
love the
بركه في
Indonesian
اجي
community. We have many people coming out rooting for Gege here. So teammates on the esports club, House Boys, Hi Carl from Console, and many others. They are a country really into developed talent.
جيب لنا عبيد الفائق.
Most of the best players having a pro contract with the esports club. That gives them a big room for improvement. And at the end of the day, I'm sure it's a matter of time we will have crowned another Malaysian world champion.
This could be the year. Based on how well we've seen him no one seems to have phased him, of course. Huda, an incredible scoreline there, 3 goals to 0. Then of course, conceding the first goal. It looked like it was going to be Daiki well in control of his destiny, and of course it's still within his hands. But Gege had that tenacity and was able to dig deep, had that grit, and now sits in position at the top of this group. That is just amazing.
ما تعرفش شنو شيء كور كنت بعضنا نزك بقص نطلعك منها نخبخ
مع بعضنا الديفونسوريات مع بعضنا حسنا باعثينها التورنوا باعثينها منظومه لكاستيو باعثين ستريم والله هذه كلها تعمل لي هاكا كان ما جيناش تعاود نتفرجوا الستريم وخاطر قلت لهم راه بيتسجل هيك هاكا نتفرجوا حطوا المهمة كلايك وكا صاروا دغري نبقاو نتفرجوا على الكورة نتفرجوا
Yeah, I'm good. I'm very good. The match was
باعثين أي حاجة اسمها ايفوتبول.
hard for me. I was leading with 1-0, then he scored the draw, and then the match was finished.
Now listen, did you come from Morocco to Japan this time round?
Going from Morocco to Japan.
لحام مش الحين بتهز.
I was just looking up on the live chat.
تحسوا جد يبغاني يسلك.
What does it mean to you to represent Morocco and come to Japan?
It's mean a lot for me. I represent my country, my people. I represent all. I represent my clan. A lot of things. So my fan. A lot of.
My fan. واي فاي والله
listen, you've got 1 point from 2 matches. How do you feel about that? And with your
كده عم كليد يسوع
how are you grooving? How are you feeling with that?
بدي سكر اللعبة بدي ممنوع ظهر النسير في ستريم روان
Okay man, bon chance man, good luck with all of that. Our guy from Morocco is Lima, thank you very much. Good luck sir.
حجب العاون.
Okay, so we've got our players ready and standby, but before that I just want to recap our results and let's have a look then. Have we got the results from that set of
يا ودي
matches.
سكر
And
علي.
just see the group standing for both A and B.
اسكت يا ولد.
All right, so I see.
خسر 3 بليش يا معلم.
So we have Gege and
هودي هتروح بشتغل
right now for
ستة
Lima and for
بوانيات.
والله اللايف ماهوش روتار برشا على فكرة.
obviously those games haven't
يبقى 10 ثواني ولا
yet.
قدير مش برشا
We'll
ولا
see how
5
that fares in a second. What about Group B then?
يا وفيت طرح وفيت الجروب A
All right.
والجروب B وفيت
Okay.
وفيت تو باش يعملوا البلاي.
Okay, not yet through, but so Ding and Anas, it was a draw.
عملنا ضحكة بقى.
Wow.
يلا توا
شكون وراك؟
خلينا نشوفوا يوسف عمارة شو عمل.
Tendency and Ding.
شكون وراك؟
شكون وراك؟
كم واحد وراك؟
No, actually, leaders the
يا
game.
ودي.
We'll catch up with
خويا
that later.
قاعد ننظر الستريم وانت في جهاد.
That's right.
نظرت وراك.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
we'll check
right.
out with that then. Okay, so are we good to proceed then?
مبروك.
Over to you two gentlemen then, please. Thank you.
Thank
اوه
you.
ما تخليش يعملوا جروب.
Yes, thank
A
you
و B وبعد
both.
C و D.
Always great to hear from our
نحبوا
competitors.
البلاي.
Of course, Lima there not really proud of how things have gone for him so far. I mean, he's not mathematically out of things yet, but it would take a lot of things going his way. I believe, Alex, as we take a look at both Group A and Group B, here is the standings as we look at them, Alex. What can you take from this? Of course, the top 2 qualify for the next round of fixtures in the knockout stages tomorrow.
Basically, into the Group B first, with Anas have played all the games already, leaving that last match, Ding, the Chinese versus Tenensui, the local Japanese player, with the room to qualify. So any victory between Ding or Tenensui will open the door to Anas to qualify to the quarterfinals. In the other hand, Huda, Daiki, Lima, Jege, everything to happen this Group A as well. Well, obviously, Daiki and Gege starts with advantage. Gege already qualified, and Daiki, that a potential draw against Huda could put him into the knockouts tomorrow. Let's see. Lima, Huda will need to win, and as well for Ding and Tenensui.
كانت ستوري اللي هبطتها. هبطها برو.
Put him on top of the Group B. And deciding this Group B and A right now, Harry, which is great, no? Because sometimes when we reach the round 3, the groups are already decided. In this case, no. Both are completely open. Let's Gege that we remind the people at home is already qualified for the quarterfinals. So that brings a lot of excitement, a lot of drama. So I wish the cameras will take the tension of the faces of the players because they will feel everything, the emotion, the happiness, and all the worst feelings happening when you concede a goal in this moment.
It's a game of musical chairs, folks. And let me tell you, in Group A, there's only one spot between 3 people, and then in Group B, there's only 2 spots between 3 people. So you have to keep an eye across the board. Most certainly on this match between Huda and Daiki, 67%. 2/3 of the people at home think the Indonesian AC Milan will take this one. As you said, Alex, they're still the favourite, but Daiki has looked very, very strong so far and was unfortunate not to get a result in his last match against the man who's already qualified.
This game 3 for these two, they are scared. They're scared at hell because now is the last game. So if you don't perform, you're out. Even for Daiki, that a draw could work through for him, but it's the last game. So mostly all the nerves, anything rolling out on your mind, and it's difficult sometimes to have that blank mind to just focus on yourself, your gameplay, because now when you are getting nervous, you start to think about what happens tomorrow, what will happen if you don't qualify, the deception. Every people which is rooting for you from home to not make them happy or proud of yourself. It's just you, your fun, and that's it.
Is the easiest way, when you're in that hot seat on the stage, of course you've been there before, when you're in this type of situation, is the easiest way to think about it, it's an extra knockout game. If you have to win it, it's essentially an extra knockout game. Sure, we don't get the extra time, the penalties, but if you win within the 90 and you've done enough, then it's essentially you know, a round of 16 game rather than a quarter-final, for example.
Let me say, most of the time, if you start the game expecting a draw, you're going to lose 100%. You need to go for the victory, because in case of time is clocking, is coming out, and then the draw is where you can start to think about the draw. But initially, you need to go for a try to go on the door of your opponent and take the 3 points. Let's see. It's not easy. Now is where the preparation of the players should appear in terms of how to calm down your head rate, how to mentally get the focus, and it's time to go. Huda, Daiki, AC Milan versus AC Milan.
Match 3 of the group stages. Groups A and B is underway. 3 games played at the same time. Who will come out into the knockout stages? Who will be joining Gege in tomorrow's competition? We will find that out at the end of this 90 minutes. Huda from Indonesia starting off really nicely, and it's Loftus-Cheek.
فهمت عنديش روتور عندي اللايف عندي روتور معليش قلنا احنا فما 5 سكوند
اللايف الاصلي
اللايف الاصلي
تقدم فيه كاركتر واحد تمشي في البارامتر حتى الفيتيس فوق
زعما تولي يجروا راهو حطيتها بكري ما
يجروا ما تتوقفوا حدا خليه يجري
بالرسمي
خليها تجري خليها تقعد تجري تو حدا تاكل.
So what a way to start off match number 3.
إيمرسون تو إيمرسون يلعبوا فيه كاركتر
ليه تلقى كارت سبيشل
يلعبوا فهمتك
switching to the right place every single time, and definitely Huda is not finding that momentum already.
Hey,
So not in the opening 20 minutes of this game either.
علاش علاش سكر على روحه من الاول كان ينجم يشوف
انا ثاني
Daiki opting to choose AC Milan to control.
تعرف انا تو قديش هو عنده ركنية دقيقة 24 يا من لابون
انت
برجول
Once again, Harry is really
close.
Daiki to score the second goal with potential
برجوليك
in the knockouts.
تحس واحد من اندونيسيا ولا من اليابان كنت فما خدمة نخدمها نعطي باس الواحد ومن هذاك دوما نقدم ونوزع ويشقوا طول مع الجول حسرة ولا ايامات التليفون ولا فونا بالتليفون ولا مزيان على بالوقت يا معلم رجع
حتى انت ماركة عندك فطور
اي جاي يشوف الميت او سكر تاكوس دين مسكر مزروب يا معلم شي يجيب الخبز شي يجيب يحب يكمل طلع شي يجيب الخبز المركب شي يروح السيد
هذه نبعث الناس الكل بدي كمل تروح كنت رشحتها الزيت كنا روحت من الاول صاحبي نحر.
When we got a goal, Harry is Gege taking the lead over Lima. Gege was once again unstoppable in this group stage, going for the perfect, no Harry for the 9-on-9. But still time for Lima to react.
100% record remaining intact here.
شكون تكوني لعب فيه هذاك؟
He is chasing the comeback.
ما هو كافور.
Okafor can't get onto that cross at the near post.
Pavlovic's car is so strong, especially with the headers.
ما فهمتش انا او الجول من الاول فارغ يا معلم فما الاسباس لازم نتقدم علاش تربح اشتراك علاش
I really like it to see him more involved in those
طلع في البلوك تلميذ.
And now we see Daiki play on red line, putting some aggressivity on their attacks. Impressive when you're winning playing offensive. Anyway. Let's see now.
هذه الخدمة كنت نخدمها قبل يا حسرة والله يا حسرة.
And now look at the content. Daiki, Rafael Leao, Tomori can't catch him. Rafael Leao, Daiki,
قدم الجول. برجولي يتذكر هو تذكر قدم الكون.
Just like that, Alex, this World Finals has come to life in our final game of Group A. 5 minutes till half time. We've had 3 goals already. We could have had even more.
Yeah, and the other situation in the group stage for Huda will open the door for Daiki to find out those counters. Is Huda going forward, pushing so hard now? Rafael Leao, Okafor, Huda 1-on-1!
Huda!
رجعت لللايف بتاعك.
Indonesia getting the equalizer.
ماهوش قادر
Huda.
جودة.
What a way to get back on track and get the
نعاود نرجع له
equalizer. Wonderful pass. And well finished by Okafor. Let's start from zero. Huda needs a victory. This result is still fine for the chances of Daiki to go through, especially because Gege is winning over Lima.
Well, the first half has not come to a conclusion just yet. I think the referee may have seen enough now. 2-2 between Huda and Daiki.
Harry, so far the best of the day.
Match. Huda coming back from 2-0 down in that half.
It's not easy, it's not easy. We all know the capabilities of Huda playing eFootball Mobile. Even Daiki, who is performing so far so nice during the whole day. You know, when you have the goal that close, leading up 2 goals, here, the aggressivity, the passion, the power of Huda to react on time. 2-2, still not decided.
أنا عندي فما فاز حصلوا واحد.
This is a big game in Group A. The second half has just kicked off. Huda and Daiki.
2-2. ولا تستفز.
And also to update all of you guys, Dean and Tenensui are drawing 1-1. Still 20 minutes left to be in plane. And if I'm not wrong, that will completely equalize the full group. Goal difference, points,
نزلت معني بكبش
goal
ونلعب
scored,
فيها الجو.
everything.
والله صدقني
I don't
نجم
know what will
الفرق.
happen, but
صدقني
still
لهم
some
كسبي.
drama also in this Group B. So let's go back to the Group A, Harry, because now Huda
وريت في الأونلاين.
with a chance.
Wants to complete this comeback, Alex. Really wants to.
فما حبيت تقول لك
Look at the reaction,
Both
Musa.
of them really want to push forward. Daiki now on the ball here.
Lovely pass.
Oh, Leao into the box. Back to Musa. Loftus-Cheek.
Oh, how close was that? Wonderful play by Daiki, taking some time with Musa, then pass back, finding that inside line to Loftus-Cheek, with sadly, with no first-time shot card, it made it almost impossible now to perform. Now those skills that the
اسمع
players have
ستريس انا والله
made
مفتريت
the
ستريس.
differences between the best
يدي
players.
انا اول ما قعدت على الكرسي غادي
Players are
بالرسمي
looking for those
عقدتها
double touch
ستريس.
card,
جست
one pass, first-time
ماتش
shot, because that boost
اما بعد الماتش
skill given to the players is
بعد ماتش
significantly
لول
so
تسرحت
important.
وليت نلعب ونضحك.
Well, this has been as fascinating as
اي خايب هذيك خايبة والرسمي.
25 World Finals.
ليه الحمد لله.
She said in
نجوش
it would take just
أنا
one
قبل
goal
ديما
to
اللي طرح كنت
completely
يعلقوا لي
throw
عليه.
that table on its head.
Look at the
For
counter,
now, we
Harry.
will just focus on Huda and Daiki. It is the young Japanese trying to move forward down this right-hand side, but for the offside.
منار شنو قال؟
Oh no, actually, it's been a foul given his way.
Yeah, when sometime Danny almost scored the second one for Gege. Gege 2, beating 2-0 over Lima. And Gege that is really close to get the 9-on-9, 3-on-3 victories so far in this Group A.
20 minutes remaining here between Huda and Daiki. Leao.
Wonderful prediction by Daiki. Blocking that pass.
لأن العودة
Looking for Okafor. No one can catch the
فرتها
ball now. Loftus-Cheek, yes, for Huda. Let's see.
فرتها سوني مشيش نتقابلوا تفرتني معاهم.
Mike Magnan.
تنوصيهم اللي كلهم اسمه القرعة.
We don't understand how close is the decisive
حطوا له باي
second position in this Group A, because a goal of Huda will make him through and send out Daiki
فينا ما عندهمش ترانسبور شو يصير
the actual
لجيو.
score is putting Daiki on the quarterfinals, sending out Huda. Harry, one goal drastically changed everything in this Group A. Wow.
Absolute cinema. I cannot wait to see the resumption of this match.
فماش ريتم تحس في الماتش هذا. فماش هكا الريتم تحس محصورة اللعبة برشا في الوسط. فما حركة في الوسط.
We will wait and see what happens over there.
I mean, it's chaos also in Group B.
10 minutes to go here in Group A. Pulisic here for Daiki.
With Bond on a stunning show. The block.
Pop out to Jimenez.
رسمي. طماع.
How will Huda save the day? Of course, he's representing AC Milan through the club event.
جماعتك.
Royale through to Pulisic. Oh, it's just sloppy, isn't it? Some nerves up there on the stage. Pulisic now for Daiki. Has lots of green grass to run into. Back towards Okafor. Pulisic stayed up and thank goodness for him.
يجوا يدعموه خير ولا ينوقوهم نتشجعوا شوية
ماركيلي مش هودا يلعب على الكاليفيكاسيون يظل حتى الاخر يلعب على الكاليفيكاسيون يجوا غدوه الكارتاجنات
on his favor to put the ball at the end of the net.
عينيش ومن
فريق ذرب نزلت على تمشي له كارتاجنات كيلو ما مشيت له حتى مرة ومش ناوي باش نمشي له بإذن الله
مشيت له مرة
بإذن الله.
Nice combination, Harry, but look at this post goalie and then in.
هكا خير ليمت.
That is a
heartbreaking
way for your season to finish, but I think the season will be finished here for Huda. For Daiki, he wins, and I believe that will see him through to the knockout stages. Unbelievable! What a performance, scoring the first 2 goals after. Well, a spell of pressure, then having to weather the storm, and he was unable to, as we saw, of course, Huda get 2 goals back to then score in that fashion.
ما تمس شيء
On the other side, it's heartbreak.
بيئة ما تزادت لك لابونين
I mean, it's tough.
65 في بالي بديت 62
his faces and all the disappointment that he could feel right now.
زدت ما
The other day we can read different lines.
يقول ما عملتلكش
Daiki started so strong every single
شكون المفرخ برقاوي يعمل لك فطور صباح يعمل فطور صباح
after those 2 goals when everything was in the worst scenario possible for Huda, he found out that angry and that passion he has to get back, to react, to turn over the score. From the moment that everything was in a line to decide if he goes on or off in this competition, he wasn't able to create the chances as he was creating in the last part of the first half. You know, that pressure, maybe that lack of feeling that he was feeling today, maybe he was decisive on his chances, and at the end of the day, Daiki approaches with that lately goal to clinch a victory, the 3 points, and in his group stage with
18 امبوسيبل يفوت.
being the first Japanese into the home qualifying into the quarterfinals, Harry.
I was just seeing that.
بنحسه مليح يلعب
we have other Japanese representatives trying to join him. Of course, we've seen
يلعب بالفوتبول بعدين كيسا.
And your favorite one, good games, good Sam.
Thanks to the Manchester United club event, he will be here, of course, elsewhere. I believe that is over in where is that? Group C, I believe. So that will be a really interesting with the Mashvili, of course, another club event finalist.
نرجع لايف
as well as Dennis. There's just talent across the board, but to come back to the original
المهم اللايف خفيف
it's
جو
incredible to see Daiki come through Group A and join Gege into the knockout stages. I believe that's confirmed now. Just an amazing performance from those two. We'll be seeing them
اسمعوا قولوا يسمع بسيكو متى يكبر تك تك
the entire World Finals.
Yeah, I mean, coming back from the spectative of this competition, we saw in the fans voting at home who was the favorite for every game. Huda was definitely the biggest one in this Group A. So let's say first shock of this competition. One of the favorites went out in the group stage. But all the compliments to Daiki and especially Gege, that they performed so nicely. It's an easy first appearance at the World Finals for them. And they were like playing at home, chilling, combining as usually and scoring a lot of goals. And huge congratulations, Gege, and the Malaysian and the Japanese Daiki, which we're going to see them tomorrow, Harry, and because this never stops. They will be all full.
Yeah, that was one clash.
Either unknown console. And tomorrow is the big day.
قولوا اسمع سلو ديث. اسمع قولوا شابيتر 1 وشابيتر 2 ميرور 1 ميرور 2 يا رب. لا تعرف معناتها.
Because we haven't even found out what the fallout.
تعرف المسؤولية وتعرف الشيطان تاريخ الشيطان العفس الحاجات لازم تعرفها من الصغر.
Finish 1-1. So we are not sure exactly
what the
plan is
there. دايرة ولا من رسم بسيكويم تحس هو الغناء كان جاي حلال يكون يتصرف الغناء كان جاي حلال الغناء بتاعو يتصرف حلال بالنسبة لي.
So I'm not discouraged enough of what decision will be taken from the admin, so we will sum up with some updates as soon as we get it.
يان سبيري ديجا فما كتاب اسمه ميرور 2 فما كتاب ميرور يان سبيري يقرا برشا كتب واي رابير تلقى باش يلقى لك يقرا برشا كتب باش تلقاه مثقف باش تلقاه ينجم يان سبيري ويكتب لك رسائل بسيكو كلامه الكل جايبه من الكتب.
Happening today. I mean, because it's a historical World Final for sure. So let's.
هي ما متعمق راه تيتروات وميرور 1 و 2 راه يجبد في الاسامي راه تعميلك شكون يحكم في الاقتصاد البلاد وتعميلك شي يصير بالضبط نهار اخر كيفاش بدو يلهوا في العباد بالكاي مش هما يخدموا منظمات تحت الانفاق تخدم على اسرائيل مش يحكي لك شنو باش يصير هو الحكايه معلم فماش رابور يكتب لك تقدر 8 سنين قلت بعد 8 سنين شنو باش يصير الحكايه قبل 8 سنين او صار في فلسطين هو ترابور اي ديجا اليوم حل ورجع اليوم عجبتني ملعب عجبتني عمر اللاية برجولي طلبوا والله عجبتني قالك تسامحوا ولا شناهي عمر اللاية طلبوا عزاه تسامحوا ما هو شافش جابوا في لايف جاب لايف كانوا على بسيكوين قالوا راني طلبتوا عزيز إن شاء الله والله أنا أمنيتي يتقابلوا زيد هو بسيكوين حتى بالآخر أما كل شيء يتصلح.
Is going to be so fun. We're probably going to arrive early, I think, tomorrow, just to try and experience it ourselves, because there's some really fun things for the viewers to expect.
No, we really appreciate Konami to put the effort onto
شريت يقرب لي اليوم بي سي
for the saga, for the scene so many years, and I
شريت اليوم اللي يقرب لي بي سي.
The world will enjoy so far this weekend. Also with announcement coming up from Konami as well during the day of tomorrow.
شريت لواحد مساء نلقى مشيت ملو في بالي الويكي نلقى مسكرين هو مقمر واحد ما كان قريت ولا سماها ربي من فوشان هاي برا من مرور جا فوشان بوتيكات الكل مسكرين الاخرين وانا قريت مانيش مقتنع بها عرفت مشيت نلقى بي سي اسمه MSI كارت جرافيك 2050 RTX 2050 اي 7 SSD ياك ويترام الكل ما كياخذ هذه هو باكمات معناها بشكل شريح عرفت تاع جو وقرايه والاكثريه قرايه فاهم
Depending on what the time of the situation is, of course, if there is more eFootball to be played, we don't know.
he could be on the brink of elimination here. One of the favorites out
بربشت
in
وشي.
سكيبي
Yeah, I mean, initially we
كيف
said that the
غريب.
favorites were
غريب.
split
شنو
into the
غريب؟
4 groups on eFootball mobile platform.
غريب.
In console,
غريب
it's
يا ولد.
crazy because we have many
غريب.
favorites to be honest. But on mobile, we
سكيبي
said pretty
فول
well.
سكيبي.
You're the first one. Get
هاي
out
حاسب
in group
كمل.
stage, and Anas is over the lead.
هيك شريت له بي سي مشيت وانا شنو ما حبيتش نشري بدون من قرايب عارفها بخاطر مش يسوب لي الويندوز ولا عارف هيك قليلين لازم نهزوا للدار الراجل اللي في البوتيك تنجموش تعملوا فلاش يا معلم من يجيب يشري يحط الفلاش هذا مصبوب فيه سيستم تاعو سيد صار علاش تكسير كرايم هزوا لسوسه يستنى 3 ايام هيك هاو مشينا فما بيبلينات غادي تصبوا كل شيء هزيته له البيبلينات خلي يصب له من الاولى الديس هو فاهم خلي راهو نخدم بالديس ديجا قلت له صب له الديس الاونس خايب هيك ما نعرفش ما حبش يتصب قال لي الراجل يعمل لي فما مشكل في الاس اس دي ولا شنو
Everyone is identical.
في البي
قال لي ما لقيتلوش
هو جديد
I'm glad I'm not an
جديد قال لي فما وريت شنو هي الفلاش اللي يحط فيه معناه اللي فيه الويندوز قال لي فما مشكل في الدرايف ولا شنو ما لقيتلوش الدرايف نتاعو هيك هو عنده عمو هو زي يخرب يفهم لها في الانفو هيك ديجا قالوا عندي ويندوز دي سي جا ترى نصبه لك هيك هو كروح في الليل بالراس يصير ركح له جو انا ماني مشيت اخترت له بي سي ركح له جو هيك على يعمل بدي حبيت نشري سوري ولا تابي هيتس
What a story.
تتبي ولا سوري؟
كارفور دي كارفور مليح خاطر هنا معناها هز معايا هنا هز معايا الفلوس فاهم قلت لك نشري فرد المرة وانا مدبرهم خلاص بعدين قلت لهم يشروا لي الموضوع تمشي معاه نشري لي بي سي هيك لقيت في كارفور فما ب 25 سوريات مليح لقيتهم فيها تراها مثل هي اللي انا برجوليش الاكثر هي شيرها على تابي نحسها مزين برشا لازمني نكمان ديك كيف هذيك نتاعك انت مش نربط الوي في كابل لا
Only 2 out of those 4 can get out, Alex. Only 2 out of those 4. That's
I say on X a few days ago, it's like take a look on that group, see on mobile, like anything can happen. Because also Pasha with just 15 years old, coming up from Ukraine, big story behind him. Is a guy that is having a fantastic opportunity, having a fantastic experience next to esports. But you know, life is not the same in every part of the world, sadly. And this guy will make soon 16 years old that will somehow know in a situation that is happening in Ukraine, force him to get into the army, and so most likely it will be one of his last experiences in esports for an now time. But we wish him to see him in the future for sure, because he's a lovely guy. He's such a talented player as well, Harry. So, well, but let's focus on the results, on enjoy the experience already from being here in Japan. This is the best note so far, and yeah, let's see, because today he will have a tough task, no? Initially, he will start with Goo Games on game 1, then Dennis, and we'll end
تنحيت انا الكام تاعي تنحت نورمال
some really tough games in the schedule for him. Of course, we will see Group C still to come. I'm really looking forward to seeing Group D, though. Of course, Juninho, Youssef Amara, Chomkata and there's some more upsets on the cards with that group. Because look at Juninho, all of them have what it takes to get out of that group, and we've seen it's not out of the question. You can see yet another upset, and maybe another big favourite bow out here in the group stages.
I mean, I would say definitely that's Group D. Sorry, will have 2 underdogs and 2 potential world
champions.
Whoever are watching this competition for the last previous year.
وريزولي كونتر بعضهم
Events, who knows the name of Juninho and Chomkata, the Brazilian and the Thailand player. Most likely
زعما ذوك ما كان لهمش متعدين على الستريم
for me,
ليه هذوكم باش يلعبوا قال
is
لهم ما
a
كنتم باش
potential
نعيطوا
final, and that is basically the best game so far to watch in this group
هكا
stage.
يحكي معاهم
But don't underestimate Harry. We have seen before. Don't underestimate the guy from Nepal, Killer,
تريسلير
and
سبوا مهدي
obviously
ديما.
Yusef Amara that we have seen
يا
before
معلم.
in the club event this year.
اليابان هم
And, joining the world finals through the regional qualifiers.
يسمع بيك
It's
سون.
going to be a
Awesome.
big stage of eFootball to come. Speaking of the stage here at the World Finals, we have Sugiyama and Kate on the stage. The results are ready. Guys, why don't you go and recap them for us while we take a little break.
معقد بيساك.
Thank you, gentlemen. Jubilation, heartbreak, all sorts of mayhem, Kate, confusion.
إيه تمام المشكلة وقتاش كور هو كفر بيساك. ديما بناك معلم.
Over here, our guy Daiki, who just, oh my gosh, that third goal. Let's have a
صاحبي مهدي صاحبي
من عندكم رشفور صاحبي تشوف. قال لك نكات أي نكات يابان.
سب انت متفائل برشفور.
Just going back into that game, he was up 2-0, came 2-2, then the dying
برجولية رشفور. اسمع احكيك موضوع اي بيناتنا رشفورد هدف الفريق. هاو بينات يا صدق هاني
هذيك كان يلعب افونسنتر في عوض ليفا.
يبدي يفهم سيزون تنهاك راهو عامل 40 مساهمة سيزون الأولى
هذيك كان يلعب افونسنتر في وسط ليفا ولا يلعب إليف في غض رافا على اليسار ورافا يتيح في الوسط. اوي ولي اول ما بنا.
So Daiki regrets how he conceded those 2 goals, and he described it as mottainai, which is like I'm full of regret, to make it 2-2. But his shobut zyosa, which means, you know, his clinical kind of finishing, also his clinical mindset really helped him on for that final goal to make it 3-2. Now, I want to be asking Daiki about how he feels for tomorrow, but also for the love for him F Marinos too. Daiki-san, 明日に向けてのね、まずはね、おめでとうございますということもあるんですけれども、明日に向けてのモチベーションであったりとか、ファンに向けての
اي راشفورد كان يترشح معاك من برشا تشريه قديش 40 مليون يورو
لا تشري يا اخي كان مترشح وعمل موسم باهي.
まず明日に向けては、
突破ができたので、ここで
気持ちを切り替えて明日に向けて頑張っていきたいなと。
اسمع راشفورد وبالدي فرد
リアルにもつながるような勢いのあるゲームだったと思うので、ぜひともトップチームでもこのまま勢いに持って勝ってほしいのと、本当にロペス選手は自分の好きな選手でもあったので、ちょっと今シーズンは残念な結果ではありましたけど、本当に今までありがとうっていう。
نعرف مشكلة مادية كل ما توا احنا دخلنا في القاعدة راه واحد مع واحد فهمت.
最後ガッツポーズがありましたね。
توا كان هما راهم من الاخر لازم يبيعوا يحبوا يبيعوا يرتاحوا من جافي فهمت.
Yeah, so he's
Pablo
like
Torre
really happy about the fact that he's made his way
ديجا سلفور يعني
tomorrow.
ما نجموش نسجلوا
He's just
هي
hoping
كان نعملوا عام اخر
that
باهي
his, you know,
ونهزوا
his
تيتروات كيما
energy and
السنة.
his winning goal gives
يا
some
اخي
power
انت
to the
السنة راهو
actual
في
Marinos team
الشامبيونز
who
ليج
are
راه
struggling
دبرنا
in
130
J League
مليون
right now.
140
But
مليون.
first of all, you know, you just
افرض انت
gotta
تعاودوا
take your
فازوا
hats
كيما
off to this
هكاك.
gentleman. 大輝さん、最高なパフォーマンスしてくださってありがとうございました。
بالعكس كان
Good luck
باش يدخلنا
tomorrow.
برشا
頑張ってくだ
فلوس
さい。
ありがとうございます。
خاطر احنا كنا كارين التيران
さあ、
هذا
そし
مون
て
جويك
of course,
في اكتوبر
we've
باش
got
نرجع
also, Daiki-san,
نكوروا
thank you very much.
فيه.
We've got to
دخلنا
talk
لك
about
العوائد
Group B.
نتاع
Okay, so the situation is
الجماهير.
1 goal each for our 3 competitors. So what
أحلم
we're
يا
going
مان.
to do,
والله
decision
هما
from
متكهنين قالوا كي
our
مالونا
admin
في
and
كامب
our
نو
referees that
قال
there
لك
will
باش
be
يشريوها
some
الرياض.
extra time played, some
قال لك حتى
extra
اليونايتد
time
كيف
played,
كيف.
but that unfortunately
ليه الحلم
will not be shared with us on
حلنا
air
يا
because
ديواق.
we'll be going into
يا
Group
ولدي
C
اجلوا
and Group
الرجعة
D
نتاع الكامب نو.
right now.
ليه
So
قالوا في
while Group
اكتوبر
C
راهم
and
قاعدين
Group D
تفاوضوا
is
ما خاطر
being
شنيا
actually played out,
اليوافا.
our lovely
قالت راهم ما ينجموش
gentlemen
يبداو في
and
الشامبيونز ليج من بعد
Ding
فهمت
and
يلعبوا
Anas
جولة
will
جولتين بعد
be
يرجعوا
playing it
كامب نو.
out
قالوا يا من
behind
الاول يا
doors
يستناو حتى
effectively.
يكشفوا الادوار الاقصائيه.
I think we should have some
هذاك هما
interview,
باش
yeah?
قاعدين يحكوا.
Tendency-san, and Monsieur Ding, can we have a couple of words from you then, please? Thank you, thank you, thank you.
ريت
So,
فازة
first of
الأخلاقية
all,
أول.
I would like some words from Monsieur Ding over here. This is total drama. We've never seen anything like it. Tell us how you feel right now then.
عندهم ممكن لا
I feel very good because my opponent is very, play very well, and I feel stressful from his line of backwards and to the line of forwards. So yeah.
Mars مش
Bro, we have Haruki-san as a translator, but apparently we don't need Haruki-san. But Haruki-san, thanks for joining. Listen, extra time. We've never heard like it, right?
So yeah, I'm trying my best. Enjoying the next
نزيد كل فازة بيتا مش ندخلها مع الديسكورد مش طبيعي شوي.
Excellent man.
أشعة نحل عبارة البيزا أكل اسمه بيرو فاهم يلا شوي.
Let's talk to him about this historical dramatic ending. 状況としてはちょっと僕もなんかeフットボールで見たことない聞いたことない。
شنو تريدو أنا مشكلة مش تدليم.
こういうことってあったりするんですかね。
كانوا نحب التريدو تدليم.
公式大会、日本だけじゃなくて世界の公式大会を初めてなので、今までいることがあったんですけど、やっぱ見たことないので、結構驚いてます。
Yeah, he's flabbergasted. It's a proper surprise. Can't really, totally be chilled and controlling his emotions, but it is what it is. We're going to be embracing extra time in a minute. Let's ask him how he thought of the last 2 games too. Then he was a J League champion too, crowned a couple of months ago. Tennessee-san は J リーグチャンピオンの6月でしたよね。ですよね、先月。でそこからこの世界大会で戦っています。この最初の2試合を振り返ってみて、このエクストラタイム、延長戦に向けてのモチベーションを含めて。
そうですね、割と状態はいいとは思うので、全然勝っても少しは悪くない試合だと思っているので、次は勝ち切りたいなと思ってます。
ちなみにアナス選手との対戦では結構ゲームコントロールできたのに、なかなか決めきることができなかった。そのあたりはどうですか、ご自身の方はゲームコントロールに対しても結構ちょっとずつパフォーマンス上がって始めてる感じですかね。
少し緊張はしてるんですけど、やっぱ自分のペースで試合運びというのを意識しながらやっているので、それがつながって結果につながってくるかなと思ってます。
Okay, so he's confident for the extra time, fast approaching, the agitation, the anxiety. It's kind of like, had him holding for the first 2 games, but he's confident, he's going to show his groove and show his magic with extra time pending. So, good luck to Ding, and also good luck to Tendency then. 頑張ってください。じゃあ、man. Thank you. ありがとうございました。And thank you very much for our translator, Haruki-san.
ممكن حاجة أخرى
Are you ready to get this grooving to our next stage then?
You know it.
Yeah, everybody's ready. それでは続いて参りましょうか。Fantastic stuff there. Okay, リザルト. Okay, let's just recap the results. Should be displayed. I'm starting off with Group A, I believe. Okay, so here it stands. Gege, the formidable Gege and the smashing Daiki make their way towards tomorrow. A beautiful start.
Atlantic. شوف دار الكري.
From Indonesia and Morocco too. Now Group B. This I've never seen anything like it before. 5-3-5, 5-3-5, 5-3-5 from Ding, Anas, and Tendency too. It's like 1-2-3, but that's just a configuration. That's just like some admin stuff.
مروكي ذاك
Anas. 1-2-2, sorry, so 1-1-1. Then will display the time closing doors. Tendency and also Ding too. Right. Fantastic, fabulous. Okay, let's move on to mobile match 4. It's starting off from Group C.
USB من هنا كابلان عندي منها اما فسر جست قويت بي فيه شوي معناها جست اللي كانت تسوي شلطه ولا تسوي شلطتين انا مش عباره كابلان دي لازم من الاخر تبريش وقت تقصور تضرب شيء
نورمال التونسي بشكل
Starting off from Indonesia.
هم لبس مانشستر هذا.
Incredible Dennis.
هذا حطيته في
Next up from Georgia.
هذا شكون تحسه تونسي هذا تحسه تونسي. تالنتر. تالنتر.
ربح في ربح في ممكن تبدا ريت تبدا تورنوا ربح كي بس
representing Nippon.
فهمت ربح في تورنوا اليونايتد لا فلاش يا ربي معاه انا باش ناخذ شو اسمه ما كنت قطع عليك ولا باش نبدل البلاي ستيشن ما اقوى خدمه مش تاع ستريم انت قراك
Alright, and up next we've got Mobile Group D.
نحط كابلان وكل شيء عندي بي سي رام اضعف من هذا وفي كابلان اضعف تو شو خرجت يس شقا لبس لحم الابيض واو
انت البرسا؟
لا هو القدام الكل
لوليني
البرسا حطيته في الافيشاج حطيته بحذاه
Mobile Group D from Thailand.
والله حاجة بيه يعملوا
And next from Nepal, Killer. And from Brazil, Juninho.
تحسوا كيس هذا جميل.
And from Tunisia, Youssef Amara.
إذا حبيت نحط الافيشاج يوسف عمارة ما لقيتش افيشاج عليه ما لقيتش تصويره باهي يعني باش نكلموا
We can feel the vibes, we can feel the groove. Let's see what sort of magic they can show us. What sort of scintillating, buoyant, excellent play they're going to be giving us. Beautiful stuff then. Let's check out the matchup then. What's on the card? Here we go. Beautiful stuff. So obviously, time schedule-wise, things have changed.
That's right.
Deferred.
Gotta go follow.
Yeah, our massive respect and our thanks to everybody from the admin working their hearts off.
That's right.
Precisely. But I mean the drama, seriously.
Yeah.
وقت الريق في الافيشاج
Of course, we'll let you know what happens in Group B once things stuff up, when things, you know, evolve then. All right, so you ready then?
Yes. All right. Let the match begin. Players have fun and good luck.
Yes, good luck. Bon chance, Jayo, to everyone then. Alex and Ari, over to you guys then.
Match of the day.
Yes, thank you very much, Sugiyama and Kate on the stage for not only clearing up what's happening in Group B, but also introducing our superstars of Groups C and D. We are now focusing on them. We will keep an ear to the ground as to the final standings on Group B. Of course, played behind closed doors. I've never heard anything like that before. It's a sudden death situation there. But now we focus on mobile groups C. I said it before the break. There's some big names. We saw them up there. And I'm not sure if you were able to hear it at home, but here in the arena, there's lots of support for the likes of Dennis, for the likes of Juninho, for the likes of Gu. Really big nations supporting each other here. Those are the big names we're looking for out of these groups, and some big games to come as well.
Definitely, no big games coming out. That first one, Dennis, Nico Pramashvili from Georgia, the Inter Milan representative. Also, the debut at the World Finals of Pashak, facing Gu Games, the reigning runner-up at the World Finals 2024 last year. Gu Games from Japan, the winner of a Manchester United Club event finals. And then we see this group with Juninho, the Brazilian, one of the main names worldwide in the global mobile. Chonkata from Thailand. Also Youssef Amara getting the debut, as well as Killer M12. First time ever coming to the world finals.
كيفاش ترشح يوسف؟ كيفاش تعمل ترشح؟
So great achievement having Killer. We were chatting yesterday a little bit. You know, it seems kind of a good guy, but will be that good playing football? We will see in a few moments.
Well, we've seen already from the results from both groups A and B that there are lots of upsets to be had here if we can perform. At least that's what the players should be telling themselves. Here are the matchups we're seeing here in Group C: Dennis versus Apriamashvili, and of course Pasha versus Gu in the other game in that group. Over towards Group D: Chonkata against Killer M12 and Juninho against Youssef Amara. Our focus primarily, Alex, I believe, will be on Chonkata, who's chosen Inter, up against Killer M12 Arsenal. That'll be a big game in the context of this group, because there are some really difficult games to look at. If Killer M can start running, he puts himself in a position to maybe steal one of those top 2 spots at the end of group play.
I feel definitely, but you know, that's experienced players to Chonkata that, let's say, coming up mostly with such a huge confidence so far for this competition after the last victory last week in the Elite Thailand Championship. Look at the prediction, how far 50-50. And look at that, how many fans coming out from Nepal rooting for Killer.
A fair reflection for you, Alex? Do you think that this really could be a coin flip situation?
I mean, I don't know, to be honest, I will talk with the herd. I've been teammate of Chonkata back in the days playing in Indonesia a few years ago, and this guy is so good, and I think he's growing a lot as a player, to test him with the pass of the time, and I think he's with the timing to do something great these World Finals. But with all the respect, Killer has made everything to the World Finals through the regional online qualifiers, and has something to say, definitely. You know, also using different teams. To be honest, it's quite an interesting match. We haven't seen
يبدأ معاه شكون؟
no Barca chosen. Inter Milan for Chonkata, Arsenal for Killer M12.
معناه فراس هزولو معاه شكون؟ فراس معناه معاه شكون؟
Interesting, because of course we have two men taking the stage here. You see Chonkata on the left, one of 16 nations represented here. It's
الحاجة الخايبة تو الرفاه مش علاش تليفون يربطوا فيه بالخيط ولا بالشارج ولا شنو حاسو انه الشارج اي كوميم تليفوني معنا يبدا بالشارج تو واحد من الناس انا منجمش نلعب بالشارج مش شارج حاسه ظهر لي ذيك باش ينجم ينقل لهم سكرين فهاك
blows everyone out of the water.
ليه يدي مش كاس
For the same reason, Killer M. Let's keep our eyes on him. Of course, big chance to cause big waves.
جاي كاسكرا ولا بس الجو.
To be honest, historically is quite
يخلي كيت بودكاست هذا كيت خير. ليه؟ أخي بشربت كاسك بالتليفون علاش تعب على كيت وسايب ساب مش باش يستعملها هو.
New players coming up, and each new one is better than the previous one. Is really impressive. So that's why at the World Finals is the perfect stage. Why not start your career in esports? I'm really looking forward to the upcoming matches. We clearly see the idea of Chonkata with that Inter coming up with that maybe more additional looking more for the crosses. Lautaro Martinez and Marcelo mainly. The Arsenal is quite a fluid team. When we got the signal, if I'm not wrong, of yeah, it is. It's FC Barcelona. Sorry for that. I was wrong with the team chosen by Chonkata. It's FC Barcelona. Chonkata.
دخل
with Arsenal.
الأول تبديل.
It's clicked from my side. Not only for the players, Harry.
هذيك يا برجولية قاعد يحرك فيه منه هي. لا هي من. صدقني الفرعهم يا مان. معلش سماهمش كن التليفون سهلة نجم تفيرها بس أوه البرصة مطيح البلوك البرصة ولا الأرسنال مطيح البلوك.
Some defending to do first though.
Look at that, so interesting to see Christensen as a DMF for FC Barcelona. John Cata having some new research into players not expected to be in that position, when now John Cata with Pedri, the double shot! With that finesse, first chance for John Cata putting some pressure over Killer. And I have to say,
اسمعوا زيد فما موضوع لازم تلقاهم ماهمش نفس التليفونات مستانسين بهم تفرق. هذا ماركة اللي يشرب في الماء. زيد الغلطة
والله مش منو هو.
تحس انت جير كيف انا كيك.
لازم اول ما دخل لازم تسطح
ريت هما اصلا كنترول التجوير في البرو ياسر زين ياسر فمك التسبيقة الزايدة اللي يعملها ولا البهتة تحسها عكس الفيفا ريت تو فيفا مثال نعطي باس غادي في وضعية كيف نكاكا وانت تبريسي عليا ونجم نخرج منها. فزيت انت جو اكثر منه جوار. استنى ساكا يتعدى وراك.
Been impressed with what I've seen in response by Killer M. Here is that corner following the chance. Off target. But there is
ورجع البلوك
mentality you feel from Killer M.
ملول ماركة طيح البلوك ورجع
Go so early on just because his opponent is
عليك ماركي ملول تاخذ ثقة تخرج من الستريس كله وخلي عاد كان الاخر يعدل بالرسمي ترجع الثقة تحلى الماتش. كيف ذوما مريت حد يفك بزوز جوارات انا نفك برشا بزوز جوارات ديما بزوز
كتب على الجوار
هكا كان اللي ما لعب في بالي حلك الأمانة برجولي نجم قدها نفهمها هكا شو عديش
Just to update, Pasha going to the halftime leading 1-0 over Gugi. Guy from Ukraine leading over the reigning runner-up at the World Finals.
Right, comes from Catador! Wants to try and double his advantage before half-time.
And the rest of the game still 0-0.
الأرسنال يكور خير على فكرة أما الآخر تحسه الآخر يوجع ولا كيفاش. صح هذيا. حتى الوقت خايب.
That is 1-0 at the end of the first half between those two. It was despite
مازالتك البطولة السعودية عدوا فيها مازال ما كملوش.
all of our grounds out, but I believe that the second half now is underway. I look forward to keeping an eye on how these groups shape up. But here is Killer M.
وياخذوا راحتهم برشا.
Following.
شبيبة والله شبيبة برشا من لا قرص برجولية من لا باس من لا والله شبيبة برشا شابو
good enough to fashion those types of chances. Some fortune going his way.
يا ستار عليك.
Long room for Kai Havertz to receive the ball. Wasn't the best finishing, but good enough to go over and get the equalizer. Great response, Killer M12. back on track.
الأرسنال يلعب ولا لازم يثيق قريب تاعنا تصور تاع الأرسنال يجري بالطرف.
Kick off towards John Kata.
Offside.
Offside, sadly.
Coming from behind, Robert Lewandowski, the player of the week card, recently added on eFootball, coming up with a special double touch.
تريم هذايا خير الآخرين لا
super necessary.
هكا قمر بارامتر كل شيء هكا خفيفة. مرة هبط ارجع الرايس.
There is the break from John Kata.
هيدي.
And Lewandowski survived the press.
تريد ما يصبروش راي ذي نفد من هنا اصبر على الكورة برا.
Shaping up almost exactly as we predicted, Alex. There's upsets in this group.
وخر
John Kata turns his man really well, actually. And now Lewandowski.
زيدة ولا
block is there.
خاف حسيت ورجع.
Last round day we got the second goal of Dennis over Nico Pramashvili.
ليش باش تعوج على راحتك ما فيش برشا تعويج.
In this group,
خروج.
when we come out here and see the replay. And then substitution coming up, and still everything to be decided. How everything looks like. This last part of game 1 in this group C and D.
هذي برجولية مصاب يردوها تحكم جوارات كيما الفيفا برشا يبدا يليفرج.
As you said
وحتى تكتيك
earlier
يقلب يصير برشا تكتيك يزيد ويوسع في التكتيك مش هكا
you get a bit more time to be a bit more strategic. Sometimes the mobile games, the ball does not go out of play for long spells as the corner swing towards the near post. Sadly, not scored by Killer M.
So difficult to defend. You need to predict where he's going to throw it, and sometimes so difficult. Is Killer M12 great performance so far against one of the favorites. John Kata now is putting some pressure, but not finding Dani Olmo. Nice way to regain the ball quickly, connecting with Lewandowski. Ferran Torres, the double touch. Still on the chance for John Kata. Magalhaes.
Anywhere will do. Get that ball as far up the pitch, get the back line out of his own box. But, well, that's just presented so much time and space. John Kata comes right back at Killer M now. Killer M's Arsenal up that far side with Trossard. That's a nice
اوه ريت الدورة كريت دورة تروسارد.
Such a strong defender as Ronald Araujo it is. Marcasado with the long ball over Gavi. Gavi trying to connect. Yes, no. It was Declan Rice deflecting that ball. Still on possession. One of the last actions so far of the game 1 in this.
نحس وسط فارغ فما برشا سبوس بين الزوج جوارات برشا سبوس. فرش كريستنسن يقدموا فرق الوسط. كريستنسن يلعب في فلوس الظاهر.
يلعب بيفو.
And I tell you what, with time still on the clock, and ball in his possession, there's a chance for Killer M to fashion a really good chance here as Trossard into the box and it is offset City. Population. Killer M12. There was time left on the clock. That's all they needed. That chance into a lead against one of the favourites.
Impressive, simply impressive. Great play, great action by Killer.
يا الماستر ليج قالوا كل ما باش نهبط ما فما شيء بالرسمي فضيحة مع الشركة وينك يا معلم حبيت طارت بيك برجوا ليك اسمه ياسر جواع ياسر في فوتبول ياسر جواع الماستر ليج ايوه
making his debut at the World Final against such a experienced players as John Kata it is. 5 minutes left. Killer leading 2-1 over the man from Thailand, John Kata.
هي لازم يبين أول بس كان تاعه.
هما زوز واحد والتحتي واحد في بلاصة. اتفرج في
games in progress elsewhere across our groups. We do have a full-time result, but we'll come to that after the final moments here of this match in Group D, the opening kickoff in this group going the way. Is it the result to go towards Killer M? We are just moments away from what would be a famous victory for him to open the group stages against Chonkata.
Impressive, eh? And it seems to be over for this game.
Oh,
maybe. I don't know. You need to quickly send the ball over to the Lewandowski. He's on time. No!
That is the full-time whistle. And Nepal are on the board with 3 huge points. That is quite the victory. Chonkata defeated in the opening fixture. Killer M 2. What can you say?
I mean, shock after shock in these World Finals in the mobile platform. We saw in the first part of group, and we basically say in the first one in this group D, no, Killer MN12 completely turned up the score against Chonkata. I think there is something more difficult than this one. It's simply impossible. Well, let's see how we finish the rest of the game after the update. We saw that Dennis is leading 4-0 over Nico Priamashvili. We are waiting results for the updates of the games, and pretty amazing. I mean, Chonkata, who has to react, who has to come up with some energy for the next couple of matches. Now we connect to the last 10 minutes of this game one. Dennis, sorry, completely outstanding demolition the net of Nico Priamashvili. Impressive, no? What a way to start the Group C for Dennis.
Yeah, arguably the biggest name in Group C. There's a reason that he is so often looked at as one of the strongest mobile players in the world, and he's proving it here on the world stage. The Indonesian owning Dennis, putting the previously, at live events anyway, undefeated Priamashvili under the sword here in match number 1 of Group C. We're into stoppage time now, but it's 4-0. Wonders to his goal difference. He's heading it down looking for one as well.
Dennis, which is completely making a comeback to Nico Priamashvili, who beat his closer friend Philip Frank. GG. 3 points. Start the competition for only Dennis, the Indonesian, which basically the biggest advantage we have seen so far in these matches. 4-0. I mean, seems easy, but at this level, Harry and such a great opponent as Nico is impressive as well.
It is indeed some real interesting results for us to digest from those set of matches. Of course, we just saw the tail end of Dennis versus Priamashvili. The latter, of course, the Inter Milan club event finalist, qualified through that route. Looked really strong there, but here at the World Finals is struggling to get going. Has 2 more matches, of course, still to come to try and set that one right. Elsewhere in Group C, I believe we saw Pasha taking down Gu, 2-1, the final score. Wow. So Pasha, the 15-year-old Ukrainian, also on the board. So that's obviously another upset to add to Killer M taking down Chonkata just then. And then between Juninho and Yusuf Amara, I could not tell you, Alex.
I mean, what's going on with the mobile? I mean, definitely the mobile platform is completely unpredictable, though we have said many times. But each time, you know, players are getting more experience, more background, more titles on their achievements. But even with that, still impossible to find out someone dominating the scene. And it's lovely to see Pasha, just 15 years old, beating such a big player as a Gu Games, and also Killer from Nepal beating Chonkata. It is the underdogs of becoming the favorites on their groups. So far, so good. This is the World Final, especially the magnitude to compete in a worldwide competition with 15 or 16 different game styles. Yeah. It makes you understand that your game style can work once, but at this level, you need to have a room of different plans to really predict how to beat your opponent in different ways, and that's not easy. It's not easy
at all, especially when you consider the
types of qualification process. Of course, just for the club event finals alone, we had rounds 1 through 4, and each of those rounds split up between 4 different regions. So we have, as you said, the best of the best from those different play styles then coming together and clashing at the club event finals alone. The same can be said, of course, throughout the Open. Then have, of course, the EJ League, which is obviously a bit more specific. Alex, it's all well and good having a plan A, but what do you do when plan A doesn't work?
Yeah, I mean, especially on mobile, when you play as the game is shorter, and basically you are quite more having less reaction time to react. So mainly the player who decides or to input the best tactic, the best setting so far, it gets a huge % of victory on the chances in that game. So predicting which tactic your opponent is going to use, which individual settings he's going to put, and especially have a plan B, because we all can be so good when you're leading. But when you're losing, maybe it's no time to keep playing 5 center back. Maybe it's no time to keep playing 4 center back. And maybe you need to reach your line, put in 3 center defenders, and gain all over for the victory. And it's difficult. It's difficult because nowadays, you know, we all knows a lot of information, but we don't really have this kind of experience every single time. And here, offline, at the world stage, is when someone, this player, really learn the reality of esports. So yeah, it's everything nice. Background, history, experience. That's it, no?
It's a beautiful format. It's a beautiful format, and when you come to somewhere like this, you prove it on this type of environment. Think about the qualification process. It's all well and good.
So difficult.
Sitting at home, it's difficult in and of itself. But if you're sitting at home playing on mobile or console in your slippers, in your pajamas, you know, relaxed, maybe you have a fire going.
Well, the mobile you can play everywhere, to be honest, even outside. But yeah, unless the competition, it's better to be in a consistent connection. As close as you can to your internet, Wi-Fi, and if not playing with the cable is way better. But yeah, many options that opens the mobile.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to the next round of fixtures, but I believe they are made official this round. So let's go over to Sugi and Kate on the stage. Sugiyama, over to you.
Thank you, guys. First of all, I would like to congratulate Dennis, who gave us a magnificent performance, and let's see how he feels. Well, that was beautiful. Seriously, how are you feeling about this massive win?
I'll talk in my language. Ya, pertama-tama ya senang banget ya karena di match pertama bisa tampil maksimal, bisa dapat hasil yang positif juga, dan ya ini 3 poin yang penting banget buat aku.
First of all, I'm very glad that I'm able to give my best and give a very spectacular performance, because this is a very important competition for me.
So you came in very strong with 4 goals. That's very impressive. Do you think you can keep up this tension going forward in further matches?
Semoga aja bisa ya. Aku sih pastinya yakin sama diri aku sendiri. Aku udah persiapan, udah latihan juga. Jadi aku udah percaya sama diri aku sendiri.
Well, I believe I can, because I have practiced a lot and I prepare a lot for this competition, and I really have the full confidence on myself. So I'm able to do even better next time.
Can we have another little message for your fans out there? I'm looking at the online reaction, and there's some fair number of comments from people, from your lovely people from your country. A lovely and cheeky message would be fantastic then.
Untuk supporter di Indonesia, support terus aku. Semoga aku bisa bawa pulang pialanya ke Indonesia.
So to all my lovely fans from Indonesia, I really hope that I can bring the trophy back for you.
Lovely stuff from Dennis then. Good luck with further on then. Thank you, sir. Cheers. Dennis, thank you. Right, good luck later on, man.
Well,
Okay, so I would like to also have some words with Monsieur Chomkata and also our hero from Nepal, Kilarem, if they could possibly make their way towards us, that would be lovely. Thank you, thank you. First of all, can I ask Chomkata-san about how he felt about the opening game?
ครับก็เป็นแมตช์แรกก็ผลงานไม่ค่อยดีตามที่หวังแต่ว่ายังโฟกัสต่อแมตช์ต่อไปครับ
Since it's the first day, so it's not go as I planned, but for the next round, I will do my best.
Thank you. Chomkata-san, your opponent, Killer M, very, very impressive. How did you feel facing up to Killer M then?
ครับก็รู้สึกดีครับสำหรับทัวร์นาเมนต์นี้ใน first match ก็หวังว่านัดต่อไปจะทำผลงานได้ดีแล้วก็ให้เครดิตคู่แข่งครับ
I feel very good for the first round that I played with him, and I will do better for the next one for sure.
Excellent. Yeah, we'll be looking up towards your skills. Our commentators described you as being one of the favorites, so we'll be looking forward to seeing you do your thing then. Thank you. Okay, and let's have some words from Killer M then. Congratulations, mate. That was smashing. You were 1-0 down. Tell me how you felt 1-0 down to bring it back to this significant, incredible victory then.
ملاقي صغير.
First of all,
كنت تمشي خفيفة من بعد تعكش وتعاود تمشي.
This is my first tournament of eFootball, so I believed in myself and I tried to do my best. So that is what gave me a reason for comeback and everything.
Super stuff. Now tell me your history. When was the first time you came across it when you played eFootball?
During COVID, I started playing eFootball. So in Nepal, there is not many tournaments, so I just played like continuously, and then with my efforts and everything, with my everything.
It's amazing, man. What does it mean for you to represent Nepal?
It is a very proud moment for me to represent Nepal in this global stage of eFootball and esports.
And Arsenal's a good team?
Yeah, Arsenal is a very good team. I like because they are very balanced from defense to attack and everything.
You have your trust in Kai Havertz?
Yeah, I like Kai Havertz.
We'll look forward to see you working your magic with the next opponent. So good luck and really well done. A superb performance to start off with. Thank you. So hats off.
Oh, اسمعني كريتو
Chomkata, but of course
اسمه
Killer M2 then. Thank you.
اللي باش يلعب كونتر يوسف كريتو قاعد يحضر في روحه.
It seems to really get those points. Hopefully the other players will be able to do that going forward.
Yes, and I
حتى البارسا اللي بس مريم البارسا
pride and also, you know, that sensation of representing one's country, but also coming to Japan too.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, good luck with both of them then. Let's
Yes.
have a look at the results then.
All right.
Here we go. So we're Group C and Group D. First of all, Group C Mobile. Yeah. So we haven't heard from
ليه مازال ما لعبش مازال تو الجروب مش يلعب.
You know, Harry described it as being a significant shock, but against Gu,
يوسف عمل نول
Dennis, Patrick, 1 and 2. Let's go to Group D.
يوسف يعمل
Opening when Killer M and Juninho and Youssef Amada drew leaves the current standings as it is. Good luck with our competitors with the battle coming on then. Okay, super stuff then. Are we ready to pass over to our miraculous gents over there?
Sounds good.
Seriously, how do they do it, man?
They're amazing.
They're incredible. Okay then, take it away, sir.
Much great to have you guys on stage, making sure that everything is being represented properly. We want to hear from these players, we want to hear the stories, of course. It's fantastic to have you, making sure Sugi is staying in line as well. Alex, we have had our first heat, our first round of games from Group C and D on mobile, right, in the books now. Where do we sit, you know, who really needs what? What are you most surprised about going into this next round of fixtures? Because there are some big games coming up.
I mean, the most surprised that you cannot believe in the odds. No, at the end of the day, every single game we have new expectation, and no one's aligned with the ones before on paper. I mean, let's.
يوسف تو مش يلعب لك اللي يربح هذا بتاع الارسنال.
اوه كان يربحوا جو والله جو شخص والله شخص.
To become Joseph Amares and a really nice position in this Group D, Harry.
Yeah, I think Group D is set up really nicely, as you've said, Alex, but I think Group C is quite fascinating.
Yeah,
when you look at the two games we have going on, of course, the two men at the bottom, Apria-Mashvili and Gu, those two are, of course, club event champions from Manchester United into Milan, so those are big clubs. They're currently in need of a win. Now we see Dennis and Pasha, two players who have won both of their opening matches, and the people at home seem to think this is one-way traffic. This is going to be Dennis all day. You agree?
Could be, could not. I mean, when you came back from winning a victory and such a big victory as Pasha had over good games, your confidence has to be really high.
بس كالجون.
Dennis Bernard is such a nice streamer as well, because he's an amazing streamer so far on eFootball back then in Indonesia. But then look, he seems in a really good shape, and we need to be calm. We have seen that it's just the first game, but potentially the winner of this game 2 between Pasha and Dennis will be almost qualified to the knockouts.
Well, the players are moments from kickoff, as we just saw them in the game. Here we go. Here is kickoff between our featured match number 5 of the stream, match 2 of Group C, Dennis against Pasha. And some game this will be as well. It will be Dennis in the home Barcelona strip and Pasha in the away. And it is Dennis who seems to be moving fairly freely in the opening 5, almost fashioning a goal. Start things off here. Of course, Dennis sitting with a significant goal difference advantage, and well, Lewandowski's through, and it's off the frame of the goal, as Pasha almost gets himself into the lead.
Unless the corner kick, which seems to be so important Rafinha for Pasha. Looking for Ferran Torres. It's not the best one with those header, but it seems to be in a really nice positioning. Once again, another time. Set piece is coming up for the young Ukrainian. And this time we'll switch it to Jules Koundé, a right footer, to make some angle. Looking for Rafinha, the second chance. Olmo clearing that ball. Then he's having a hard time in this.
See, back and forth affair. We did see Dennis, of course, with the opening attack of the game, threatened Pasha's goal, but since then it has been mostly Pasha's game. Lewandowski, oh, he's still keeping things alive there for the young Ukrainian, of course, just 15 years old. And he's winning the ball back here again as well. Alex, this is a really nice move, as there's a chance for the opening goal, and it is Pasha. It's Pasha who opens our scoring.
Lovely to see some emotion, and Pasha finally is celebrating slightly a little bit for that lead.
ماركة اللي تدخل بتاع الأرسنال. هو خليك ماركة اللي تدخل بتاع الأرسنال.
Ukrainian leading this game 2 of this Group C. In the other game so far, Harry, let's update, is Joseph Amara leading 1-0 over Killer. Also 1-1 that.
Over Dennis, who of course scored 4 in his opening game. He's yet to get on the scoreboard here, but after winning 4-0, you'd expect him to be a very difficult test for Pasha. But so far, in the opening half an hour, the young Ukrainian seems to be the one in the driving seat.
Nice ball in. That was close. Nice try by Pasha with that cheeky long ball over Ferran Torres, winning the header, but an outside. Good games, leading 2-0 over Nico Priamashvili. Nice recovery from good games in case he confirms the victory, but still early. Now the chance for Spashak.
10 minutes until half time. Pasha 1, Dennis 0. And Dennis having a really hard time dealing with Pasha's Barcelona. Chance for Dennis as the first half dwindles away to get a really good chance on the go. Here's Lewandowski into the box.
Indonesia with the equalizer. And it's Dennis Werner with no celebration itself. Scoring in a crucial moment before the halftime, Harry. He has to get on track in his chances to be on top of this Group C.
هو اللي رابح
هو اللي رابح الخاص
هو اللي ماركها الأوكراني
ليه واحد ليه
دينيس
and almost hung on the entire way but
Dennis
would not be denied.
I love the fake shot from Dennis when he was controlling Lewandowski.
فرشت دخل بعض الأوكراني والله دخل بعض
and now is Dennis with the momentum.
قلت لك دخل بعض وقبل الثاني تو بين صغير دخل ماركينو البونت والتعادل دخل بعض طول.
Wow. Now definitely we saw some rough nerves from John Pashak and that was really dramatic when we will jump off the second match. Now the header to the post between Juninho, Chonkata 2-1 leading the Brazilian over Chonkata. Now we'll put some counter-attack. It's a massive score for these two. Chonkata on the ropes here, Alex.
أخي يا باي جونينيو
It is. Chonkata has to score right after lose against
بدلوا ستريم.
Wow. 10 minutes left there, Harry. It's now never for Chonkata. Look at the pass.
Oh,
no way.
ضيع النيل.
When it looks to be the equalizer.
مش تعرف قديش سكريب.
It went out. Down. Still time. 7 minutes remain.
Still time, as you say. But that could be a chance that Chonkata will live to regret. As Juninho here pushing.
شنو الظاهر الفوق في الكتيبة على اليمين.
Of course he won the Barcelona club event finals. He is their club event representative.
اي فوتبول تشامبيونشيب 2025
فوق على اليمين. سي بون يعني رافعها.
And Chonkata's been frustrated here. He's won the ball back though. That could be a costly mistake by Juninho. Can Chonkata salvage anything? It's now or never. He can't quite poke the ball through. And there is the full-time whistle. Juninho 2.
ورانا فزت جونينيو ربح خايبة اليوسف. أم كنت ربي يجيبها.
Super an important 3 points for Juninho.
ليه ريت الآخر.
خاطر هذا باش يحط كل شيء يحب ما عادش نجم يترشح.
ليه باهية اليوسف تعرف عليه. ريت يوسف كان يربح. باش يلعب كونتر ضعيف اللي خسر زوز مرات.
الاخر باش يحط كل ما عنده معناه ما يخرجش صفر.
باش يلعبوا كونتر بعضهم.
اما الاخر باش يحط ما عنده باش ما يخرجش صفر بوان. اما الحاجه الباهيه الزوز باش يلعبوا على
ما تنساش
كونتر بعضهم.
فاهم معناه اما يوسف بشرط لازم يقعد رابح تو ما نعرفش عليه شعام لو مازال تو 1-0 زعما كان يفك هكا سلكها يولي تروح كونتر هذايا يربحوا
Alejandro Valde with that extra run to Dani Olmo. Could be Dennis to kill the score. Dennis, great save. Wasn't the best decision so far among all of them he had at that time. But now the counter. But Ronald Araujo and hectic pace right now. Harry, 20 minutes left. 2-1 for the Indonesian guy for Dennis Werner.
That was a big chance to almost kill off the game there from Dennis, but Pasha is just.
لا باراد الفليكس تحفون.
Some kind of an aura about him here. Rafinha on the ball for him as Torres takes the fast strike inside the box. 15 minutes left.
برا بصحة.
Pedri here for Pasha. Oh, he's given the ball away. And now Dennis, you can't invite him this type of chance. This is how he got his first in the game.
والله ثالث.
And it's how he'll get his third.
تمشي بكي طفل صغير يا.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Outside curler, Robert Lewandowski, player of the week, into the net. It's Daniel Bernard. 2 goals up in such a crucial moment, Harry. No, where the Pasha was getting closer, more in some going back chances for both players. Dennis scoring again.
It's difficult. So difficult when you take the lead against Dennis. He is one of those players that you just have to cling on to that lead with both hands. Otherwise, he will find a way back. That's exactly what he's done here. 3-1 now.
طفل صغير.
This to be a full-time result.
إن شاء الله يربح اللي مزح سخفني. إن شاء الله يربح اللي مزح. جو باهي حتى نولي.
Does tick down so fast. You'd expect.
خرج من الطرح.
No, I mean definitely this game is not bad at all. I mean you can lose this game.
ليه هو نفسيته تفرج. إيه لازم يخمم الزلمة ما يخسرش بسكور زاد يا معلم راهي تفرق.
On hands of Dennis Bernard.
جري صح.
A 2-goal cushion. And his goal difference is looking very healthy in this group as well, scoring 4 in his first match.
Yeah.
As for Pasha, he wants to try and power forward to keep this game a contest, but for now, Alex, I think this one is just out of his reach.
We see how important
it's just out of his reach.
We see how important nowadays players on eFootball. We see when they connect with Pau Victor, and now it will be the chance. Pedri inside the box. Pedri with a finesse, a double touch, and
قبيحة. يا اخي راشفورد حطوه مع البارسا كهو ما حطوش مزيان شو حطوه مع البارسا كهو فهمت نزل مع اليونايتد هو تو
4-1 and it seems to be
قلت يونايتد استون فيلا
enough for Dennis Bernard to clinch another 3.
نعم بول كونيكسيون
Three points so far in this group. Oh, lovely.
The very best of Dennis Bernard. He looks in final form in stoppage time, scoring his 4th. That is the 2nd match in a row he scored 4. The final scoreline. It is indeed Dennis 4, Pasha 1. And that sees Dennis in a very, very comfortable position within this group. A strong result, and I think he's through to the knockout stages tomorrow, no matter what happens.
Yeah, because of goal difference, I think so. Because that group C remains standing with 6 points. I think it's a good games with 3 after the victory over Nico Bramashvili, and Pashak with 3 as well. Yeah. So mostly the 3rd round will decide if Pashak or good games will join Dennis Bernard on quarterfinals from this group C. I mean, great, impressive, good goals, drama. I mean, we just warm up, still early in the day. But every time, every hour is getting better and better, Harry.
It's seeming as if we see these players almost want to one-up each other, which is what we want to see at World Finals. We know the level they can achieve, and all it takes is one player to step up, and then no one likes to be bested, so everyone's trying to up their game. We're seeing that so far from Dennis. He looks dangerous. He for me looks to be the pick of the bunch from Mobile so far, based on his results in the group stages. If he can carry that over to tomorrow, Alex, well, that world title and that trophy surely has his name just waiting to be put on it.
No, definitely. We all know something in football mobile, you cannot control every single action what happened on the game, but which is true that Dennis Bernard on possession looks incredible, no? And the level of dominance that he has on the control of the ball, with those dribbling, with those fake shot that we haven't seen barely before in the previous matches. I mean, it's another level. It's another level. No, just to remind, they don't get the super cancel, which is so useful in console, but with those fake shot, he can avoid that interception, that match and bottom from the opponent. So he's using it so well. And the last goal, Harry, Tuche.
Amazing.
Yep.
Truly the best of Dennis that we've seen so far anyway. We say that players like to one-up themselves. Looking at elsewhere, of course, I believe we say goodbye to Apria Mashvili, sadly losing his opening 2 games. Obviously our Inter Milan champion, he looked very, very strong back in Milano, but sadly...
I don't know if he's 100%, but he will need to win by a lot of goals and expect Dennis to beat also a good game. So he has to. So I won't say it's 100%.
That's a good point. Don't listen to me.
It's quite low the chances. Well, we have ready someone.
Don't listen to me, alright? The people you need to listen to on the stage, Suki, Yama, and Kate. Guys, over to you. Break down what just happened.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you, Alex. We got the man on fire. Monsieur Dennis on stage. Listen, mate, how'd you do it? You are rolling.
Ya, aku mungkin lagi harinya aku ya lagi beruntung.
Koneksiun.
Untuk hari ini 2 match pertama bisa menang secara meyakinkan. Ya, yang target utama hari ini udah
So I feel that I'm very lucky today. Like even during my first match and this match, I can win with like a clear clarity. So I have already accomplished.
كل عداوة كان يوسف. خاطر هذه مش توا يحكموا، هما يحكموا من قبل نعمل الأطراح اللي باش يعديهم.
Made into the next round.
Listen, you just said you were lucky, yeah?
كل واحد هكا عدول.
There's any luck with the footwork that you showed with Pedri, you know, and there's 2 goals, the double Dutch in there too, mate. It's just superb stuff. I mean, listen, that was really quite incredible. Are you feeling pleased with yourself?
Ya, so far sih udah cukup puas lah sama 2 pertandingan. Ya, ini belum selesai, masih group stage kan. Ujian yang utamanya bagi aku tuh di knockout stage, dan ya target utama aku di sini datang ke sini adalah untuk jadi juara dunia. Jadi ini belum selesai.
So yeah, well, I feel very happy about it, and with the very first 2 rounds, I already achieved my goal. However, this is not the end because my main goal today is to be the world champion. So the next important stage, which is the local stage.
Knockout stage.
Knockout stage, yeah. And the knockout stage, I will also perform my best.
Well, best of luck with that, man. Seriously, you're on fire. You're a joy to watch. The devastating Mr. Dennis, and thank you very much. Dennis, arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you to you. Chomkata-san too, for a quick interview if possible. Thank you. Let's have some words from John Kata-san to start off with. it's been quite a difficult start to the tournament. And tell us how you feel about it right now.
E agora é concentrar para o último jogo aí e tentar buscar a classificação. It's true because Juninho is still focused on the next match. We're dealing with a victory against John.